My name is Russ Hodges, and welcome to this video series developed for adult and developmental educators on improving teaching and learning. As an associate professor in the College of Education at Texas State University, I have specialized in teaching learning strategies to help students master the rigorous demands of academic learning. The activity in this video draws from behavioral psychology as students engage in a self-change power project. The project typically runs for 3 or 4 weeks, depending on how much time can be allotted. However, only a few minutes of class time need be devoted to self-change for most days throughout the project. Students will formulate a target behavior, collect baseline data for 1 week, design a contract, implement treatment, usually for 2 or 3 weeks, and evaluate their specific outcomes. Charting behaviors allows students the opportunity to reflect on their experiences and abilities while also practicing self-regulation. Watch as students begin to formulate a target behavior and then learn how to visually graph their initial results of their baseline investigation.
Self-change is where we try to do something for ourselves that is either an increase, a decrease, start, stop, or maintain, right? And it's often associated with some type of problem solving just to make our lives better. And I think it's so important. I've really been slacking off on working out this past summer, and so I need to get back into a routine, and so that's going to be my particular self-change. So my baseline right now is pretty easy to measure because I haven't exercised in the last couple of weeks at all. So one of the things that will help us is collecting that baseline data as we talked about. And so you're going to the library, you're learning more about your self-change. You had some wonderful library instruction, and you're looking up a journal article, a magazine article, and something good off the internet to support self-change. The next way that we collect baseline will be on these graphs. Now, as I mentioned, if you're ready to go and you want to start implementing self-change, you don't have to hold back just because we're in baseline at this point. Remember the example I gave you last class? What if you were a smoker and you just wanted to quit smoking because you're excited about self-change? I wouldn't say, no, just count up the number of cigarettes. I would want you to go ahead and what? Begin that project. So the same thing goes with this project for you. Feel free to go ahead and just, move forward with your project if you'd like. But normally speaking, when we are trying to work on something that's difficult, we often need a baseline, just sort of understanding, how many hours do we really study a week? How many cigarettes do we really smoke in a week? That type of thing. How much exercise do we really get in a week? And that way, when it comes time to setting our goals on our contract, we'll have a much easier time of having a good idea of, the depth of the change that we're going to have to participate in and to build strategies around that self-change.
During the treatment phase of self-change, students provide updates on their project. Working to change a behavior often leads to changes in students' thoughts and feelings as well. I often notice positive changes in my students' self-efficacy, their self-belief in their ability to succeed.
A few of us mostly, they want to improve their handwriting, or they want to try to get more sleep, or for me, not get on so many websites that's entertaining, like social media, MovieTube, Pottermore, stuff like that. And so ways that we've come up with, points that we've come up with to help us is like, whenever we're doing our notes, like go back to it and see words that we don't really like, that we're kind of lazy on, rewrite them, keep rewriting, like try to make it easier to read. And then for me, like think of it as a reward. Like if I finish my work in time, then I can get on those websites and like have fun, do whatever.
Excellent. Let's just go around the tables and let you tell us what your self-change project is and how things are going, since we're actually in the treatment phase, and this is day 2 of treatment. And can we start with you?
Okay. So I've been out loud, so everybody or just
Yeah, everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been measuring how many hours I work on my journals for this class. And like every hour I mark it. If I don't work at all, I don't. And my punishments would be for me not to watch Netflix and possibly take the stairs if it's like 2 days in a row.
And how do you reward yourself if you do?
Okay.
Remember?
Oh, watching Netflix, basically,
Okay.
having the privilege.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good. So is it going well so far?
Well, I didn't work on it yesterday.
So we're going to see if you can get some time in today. Good, good. And to you folks, is where do you think you are at this point after almost 3 weeks into your college career? Talk to your conclusions.
I would say, so the way I schedule it, trying to be more stability,
We're not able to have flexibility yet.
but I need my own studying time, so just
But there
preparing
are,
for class, I feel like I'm flexible.
The POWER project allows students to experience the gratitude of personal growth. I truly believe it is our task as educators to encourage our students to develop abilities and habits of the heart and mind so that each can reach their own potential.